Hey comic book community, Long Box Love Affair here. I have another CGC unboxing. This time these are books I sent to CGC just over a month ago and they came back. These are modern books, so their modern turnaround times are pretty quick these days. So sent them mid-November. It's now near the end of December, so pretty quick turnaround. So pretty excited to see what I have here. So let's get into the unboxing. All right, I'm gonna do the solo comic first. I believe this is Secret Wars number 8. This is the first Spider-Man in the black costume. It's separate. I sent it at the same time, but it's separate because I had the Secret Wars label put on it. So they ship it separately. They process everything separately. So what I should also say about this video is I'll be showing the grades. Afterwards, I'll be looking up the value to get a sense of what this book in that particular grade is valued at. So let's see what I got for Secret Wars. Everything's nicely packaged. This was in bubble wrap. Nice big rubber band. I don't know the grades, so unveiling these for the first time. So let's see. I'm hoping for a 9 something, a high 9. I've had these pressed and cleaned, but exact grade, I'm not quite sure what it would be. 9.4, okay. All right, that is near mint. Happy about that. And it's got the Secret Wars label. This is the first black costume Spidey. I've been picking up this book every time I find it. I found a really nice newsstand copy not too long ago, so I have that now. I have a 9.8 that is signed and sketched on by Mike Zeck and John Beatty. So now I have this 9.4 in a really cool label. So happy about that. Let's see what a 9.4 is worth at this point in time. All right. One thing to note, and as you saw my last video on unboxings with the grades and with the values, I talked about the market. The market is really down right now. So the values are not what they were a year ago. Everything is in flux. It happens. It happens. So unless you're looking to flip books, it doesn't really matter as much because if these are part of your personal collection. So this is in my collection for the time being. I mean, if Spider-Man ever had his black costume come back and have a renaissance with that in the movies several years down the line, I would probably think about parting ways with one of my Secret Wars 8s. But I just love the books right now, so I'm keeping them in my PC. This one, a 9.4 fair market value on Go Collect, is just above $250. So I know I paid less than that for this. I paid less than $200 for this book. I might have paid about $130. So that's actually really, really good. I thought it was a really nice copy. I picked it up. It had I don't see a spine indent at all. So I'm sure it's just general wear and tear on the book from over the years. So 9.4, really beautiful copy. I'm happy about that. All right, next up is my box of slabs, and there's about 15 modern books in here, and modern is anything from 1975, I believe, up until now. So a wide range. So I forget what I submitted. Let's see. Oh, cool. So this was a book, I believe I had this one pressed. This is Marvel Age, classic McFarlane cover for Spider-Man. I did not want to send it in for the Todd McFarlane signing. I did not participate. I did an early Todd McFarlane signing with another company years ago, and that was enough for me. And I did CGC's first one. So I think I have enough Todd signed books. So this was just purely for fun. So let's see. 9.6, that's really nice. So this is Marvel Age 90. This is a Spider-Man 1 preview, and it has a Jim Lee interview. Really cool white Marvel Age cover. That's pretty cool. 9.8. That's nice. Marvel Age books were kind of like throwaway books. You know, they were preview books that you get for free now at your comic store. So to get a 9.6 on this iconic Todd McFarlane cover, I'm happy with that. Let's see what it's worth. Go Collect says this book is worth about $84 in a 9.6. A 9.8, just to show the disparity between prices, a 9.8 is worth over $200 because that's like near perfect. 9.6, still near mint plus, but not quite the desirable 9.8 stature. So, hey, it's not the big money book, $84 right now, but hey, that's okay. It's a beautiful cover. Next up. Okay, first appearance of Nebula. This is Avengers 257. And what is the grade? 9.0. 9.0. That's okay. I was hoping for better, but it's one of those iconic books that if you are a Guardians fan or an Avengers movie fan, she has had a prominent role in, a bigger role than I would have expected, to be quite honest. But given her relationship to Thanos and all that, they really had pushed that character. And this was a hot book back in the day. I got it graded just for the heck of it because I thought it was a really nice copy. I thought it was better than a 9.0, but that's okay. Let's see what a 9.0 is worth. 9.0 is worth just about 60 bucks, which can't win them all, I guess. So I was hoping for a higher grade on this. That is okay. This is staying in the collection for a little bit. Next book is, okay, this is my PC copy. This is a newsstand Wolverine #1, the limited series. So his first series is not quite an ongoing series, but his first solo series. This is Frank Miller, Chris Claremont. I've had this for years and years. I thought it was a really nice copy. I got it pressed and cleaned, and I just held on to it. And I was like, finally, let's grade it. Let's see what it's worth. This is my PC copy. So really have no clue, no expectations, because this is just for me. 8.5. Hey, that's fine. That is fine. It is a really nice copy. It does have some spine indents, but it's a newsstand. Yeah, they do mention it, newsstand. Yep, the CGC is now noting newsstands on the cover, but classic Wolverine cover. And as a Wolverine fan, I figured it's time to get this bad boy graded. Go Collect says that an 8.5 newsstand is worth about $160. The direct edition is worth about $130. So the newsstand is more desirable price-wise per Go Collect fair market value. Whatever you think, this is just the source I'm using. But again, I definitely did not pay that. This has been my book since the 1990s. At some point I had this book, so I'm sure I didn't pay close to that at all. So I'm excited to get a good grade and keep this in the collection. In cases like that book and this one coming up, this is all about preserving those books. I am not opening them and reading them repeatedly. I just want to preserve them, keep them in the condition that they're in, if not a little bit elevated, and not do anything to damage them. So I can always read a reprint or digitally if I'd like to, but these are such key issues that I wanted to get these graded and see what the grade was. So this next one is another copy. I saw the back of it, so I knew which one it was when I started talking. Wolverine #1, first ongoing series, newsstand. I didn't realize that my boyhood copy was a newsstand, so that's pretty cool. I thought it was a pretty high grade. It might be around the 8.5 to 9 world, if I remember correctly, but let's see. 7. Oof. What dinged it? Oh, I can tell you what dinged it right now. So it has a little bit of like corner scuffing. And I'm sure, like, just from, books hitting each other or what have you over time, that is, wow. I didn't expect a 7, but that's probably what did the damage. It's been pressed. It's a really nice copy. It does have that back pinup by John Byrne. It's got that black cover. I don't see any smudging on the cover, but it looks like there might have been some on the Wolverine's chest part there, so hey, I think this is a really nice looking 7. It's a newsstand. And again, I didn't spend much money on it because I was a kid when I bought it, so I definitely didn't have any money to drop on this book. So it's my only copy I've ever had. I'm curious to see what this is worth at a 7. So I looked at the direct edition, which was around 50 bucks for a 7.0. The newsstand edition is about double. It's about $100. So that made me feel a little bit better. That said, this is not for sale. This is mine. This is PC copy, unless I was to find an upgrade at some point. But that's not on the hunt list right now. So really nice looking copy, a 7 for Wolverine #1. I got this book graded just for the heck of it. I love this Todd McFarlane cover. This is a double for me. It's probably the higher grade of the two that I have. This was a second copy that I purchased. I found it to be a really nice copy. This is Spider-Man 312, Amazing Spider-Man 312, Goblins Against Each Other. Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, both looking really crazy looking. That Hobgoblin looks menacing. I really enjoy his Hobgoblin. What did I get? 9.4. Okay, I'm fine with that. I didn't expect perfect. I thought it was a really high grade copy. Wanted to get it slabbed. Again, wasn't doing the Todd McFarlane signing, just doing this for the fun of it. And look at that corner box. That is pretty cool. It's not even drawing Hobgoblin's face, so he's really kind of cheating. You're not even doing features, just shadows. Let's see what it's worth. Prices seem to be all across the board between 70 to 130. Go Collect says the fair market value for a 9.4 is about 130. We'll see, but that's just what they're quoting. So you can dispute that if you'd like, but that's just what it is. So really nice cover. I do love the McFarlane book slabbed. I am not a big McFarlane collector these days. I'm not a big Spawn collector. I used to be, and I've really kind of eased up on that. So I do like his classic stuff. And so I'll pick those up if I find it. This book itself, outside of the slab, I think I paid like 10 bucks for. So really low investment, and it's just a classic McFarlane cover. If I had a list of them, this would be one of them. All right, Marvel Tales, the reprint of the first appearance of Punisher. I found this super cheap, and I think this is a really high grade copy, and it's a newsstand. So it is from 1979, so newsstands might not have mattered so much, but Marvel Tales 106. I know some of these books can go for a little bit of money if you get a high grade copy. So let's just see what CGC deemed this as being. 9.2. Okay, I'll take it. Really nice copy. So you all will know the iconic yellow cover for the first appearance of Punisher in Amazing Spider-Man 129. This is reprinted in here, but they made the background red. So that's just kind of a cool variation of it. Really cool cover. So let's see what a 9.2 is worth. Fair market value is around $230 for this book, which surprises me. I didn't think it'd be that high. So that's pretty exciting that a 9.2 is about $230. This is a high grade copy of a reprint. I paid about $30 for this book at a local comic shop about a couple years ago. So hey, that's a really good return on investment if I was ever to sell this. Jury's still out on that. This could be one to potentially sell. This haul has a little bit of everything. So this is another McFarlane. This is Amazing Spider-Man 315. I'd like to say this is the first Venom cover because Venom is right here, partially. It's not until 316 that he really makes his big appearance in that iconic cover. But this is a book that I've had on and off over time. And I have a couple copies of this. There might be another one in this bunch. But let's see what the grade is. 9.6, yeah. I thought it was pretty high grade. So really nice cover. What I really love is the different variations between underwater Spidey and above water Spidey. That's just a little detail that I really enjoy. I enjoy Spidey without his little webbings on him. That's just something different. So a 9.6, what's that worth? This book is about $149 right now. Fair market value. So again, like I said, the market's down, so whether I could actually get that for this book at this point in time, who knows? But this is definitely another one to add to the McFarlane Spidey run that I have been slabbing in this haul. Jim Lee Omega Red Wolverine Goodness, newsstand edition. I have a newsstand that is pretty high grade already, and I had this one in my long boxes. I was like, let's get this out, let's get it pressed, let's see what it's worth, because we got a lot of newsstand collectors out there, me being one of them. Although I've cooled off from a lot, I've really tried to collect some of the newsstands from the hotter books. So this is definitely one of them. X-Men #4 from the 1991 Jim Lee run. What did I get? Let's rip the Band-Aid. 9.6, so close, so close. I knew it was high grade, that's why I sent it in, because a lot of newsstands are not. They get bent up, they're on the racks, they get folded over that wire rack, but a 9.6 in this Omega Red first appearance, pretty cool. I'm excited about that, but so close, so close. A 9.8 would have been about 250 some odd dollars. This one's worth about 70 or 80. So that just shows how a 0.2 really does affect the price of that. Now that said, if you get a bidding war, if you get people that really want that newsstand, that price could change. But I've been holding on to these books. We'll see what happens. Can you bring the mutants into the MCU, please? Love this book, love this cover. I didn't know I needed this cover until I saw someone have it on, let's see, Instagram. I think Help Me Find My Keys on Instagram had a sale. That's his handle. So I picked this up for maybe 10 bucks or something like that, maybe a little bit more. I can't remember. And it's Hellcat, Patsy Walker, aka Hellcat #11. This is the Todd Nauck variant cover. Cool Ghost Rider, got young Cyclops, we got Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. I just thought it was high grade. I don't think it's a 9.8, but it would be nice if it's a high 9, but let's see. 9.6, 9.6. This is a hard to find variant. just really cool cover. I like the open space. It's not a jumbled book. At one point I was like, maybe I'll get this signed by Todd Nauck at one point, but I don't know if I'll ever see him. I just wanted to get it slabbed. It actually looks good in a blue slab. I don't know. That's just me. So 9.6. There is no data on this book. There are only 13 graded, and mine is the only 9.6. There's a 9.4, and there's 11 9.8s. And the 9.8 goes for about $350. So there's a bit of a rarity. It would have been nice to be in the 9.8 club, but hey, I'm very close here. Really nice copy. It was pressed and cleaned, so it did its best. I'm not usually one to go back and try to press it again unless I see some things that the presser missed, but that's usually not the case. So 9.6, who knows what the price is? The market would decide if it ever was up for sale. All right, I picked this one up at Big Lick Comic-Con in Dulles, Virginia. Marvel Zombies number 1. Okay, this is the Greg Land variant. This was hot as people were talking about Elsa Bloodstone. I think this is an amazing cover. He does a really good job. All his stuff is outlined. He does an outline on every character, so that's sort of his signature style. But I got the zombies. My hands are shaking because I had too much coffee. So I thought this was high grade. Let's see what it is. 9.6. I was so close. So close. That's the name of this haul. So close. 9.6 Elsa Bloodstone. Fair market value is around $130. I paid about $50 for this. Somewhere lower or higher, just in that range, somewhere around there. So I feel like I did pretty well. For a 9.6, it was really nice condition. It did have a little indent that I think the presser was able to get some of those out. But I feel like some of that is still just there condition-wise, so it's hard to beat. But a 9.6 I'm happy with. That's awesome. Several more books to go, including this Turtles. This might be the last issue from the Image run. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 23 from 1999. So this is the Eric Larson run. He did a series of new stories under Image Comics, not Mirage. So he did Image Comics. Thought this was a high grade. Bought this from an online auction on Facebook from a local comic store that does that. So let's see if I did a good deal. 9.8. A 9.8 in this. I have a hunch this might be worth something in a high grade. It is. These are low print runs, I believe. I'd have to do a little bit more backstory. I had them all at one point, and then when I purged my Turtles collection and some of my Savage Dragon books, these also went, and they went for a pretty penny. So I got this pretty cheaply. I got it for maybe less than $30. I can't remember exactly, but less than $30. And to get a 9.8 in it, slabbed it. Let's see what it's worth. 35 on the census, only 4 of these are a 9.8, and it's around $230. So having spent $30 on it, if that's exactly what I spent, I might have actually less. I feel like it made a good deal. So this is an amazing one to have in a 9.8. Last issue of this low print run. All right. We have Scarlet Spider, the first Scarlet Spider in costume. This is Web of Spider-Man 118, yep, from 1994. I had these pressed. I just got a newsstand, so I'm happy about that, but I have a couple of regular edition, direct editions of these. Let's see the grade. 9.2, okay. I knew that they weren't going to be 9.8s. They were, just had enough wear on them that I was like, okay, it'll be a 9 something, hopefully. You never know with grading, but they had a couple of little indents, and there's some wear in the staples where the staple kind of goes a little in too deep by the manufacturer. You never quite know if that's a manufacturing error or not. But it does say Marvel subscription inserts are included, so I don't know if that affects the grade or not, but there are inserts for subscriptions to Marvel. But 9.2 Web of Spider-Man 118. And this book is about a $130 book, so to have it graded a 9.2, I'm happy about that. 3 books left. All right, and I think there might just be 2 or 3, I don't know how many I sent to these. I have 4 copies of this. I might have only sent 1 to get graded. This is Marvel Point 1. This is number 1 from 2012. It is the Nick Bradshaw variant, and is the first of the new Nova, Sam Alexander. Really like this cover. I'll show you the back in a minute, but I want to see the grade. 9.8. Yes, this is a good one. I picked the one that I thought would be the highest grade. The other ones might be 9.6s. I'm not sure. I might get them graded at some point just to see, but it's a really cool back cover. I was originally hoping to get this signed by Nick Bradshaw, and I just never could get to a point where he was in any cons. And he's Canadian, so he's not always in the US, but in the end, I was like, this is a busy cover. I have other things I'd like for him to sign. He's a fan favorite of mine. So someday I will meet him again. I've met him once, but I didn't have any books with me to sign at that time. It was a con I wasn't expecting to go to. Someday I'll see him and I'll get some more stuff signed. I've been wondering where this book was. I knew that this was in a haul somewhere. I didn't know when it would return. I thought it was in one of my economy older book that are waiting, the older books that are waiting at CGC. This is from 1979, Marvel Premiere 47. This is the first new Scott Lang, or first new Ant-Man. So Scott Lang becomes Ant-Man and is first in costume. This is definitely a key that people have been looking for the Quantumania that they're doing with Kang that happens in the new year. I'm not sure what I would get for a grade for this, but I paid $50 for this. I remember this because I bought it from an estate sale. $50. So let's see. 8.0. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Did I make a good investment? Let's see. Not bad. Fair market value per Go Collect is about $160. So made a good investment. It's a book in demand right now. I was happy to find it on the semi-cheap. Last book of this haul is Okay. Another one I bought on a Facebook auction. Just for the heck of it, I thought it was high grade. Let's see what the grade is. Well, first, this is Daredevil 10. This is the, maybe the third appearance of Echo, second cover origin of Echo. 9.6, so close. I have a 9.8, I believe. I think I have a 9.8 of this. So I picked this one up fairly cheap after the series. Gosh, what series was Echo in? Not She-Hulk, but one of them after that debuted. Let's see what a 9.6 is worth. The series was Hawkeye. She was in Hawkeye. So, and she's coming back in her own Disney Plus series, supposedly. This is about an $80, $90 book at a 9.6, which is fine. It will probably jump as her series comes out or whenever she has any other exposure in the MCU, because the market is a fickle beast. But just got this graded just for the eventuality of she's coming back, and I will probably sell this one at that point. You know, it's not a Daredevil's not a huge character I collect. I collect key appearances of his, more of a Spider-Man, X-Men guy, with some other things smattered in there. And I've really grown into Avengers and Thor. Daredevil, not so much right now, but I enjoy his show. So Daredevil, number 10, 9.6. So that is the haul. This has been a varied haul of moderns to bronze to copper, but I appreciate you all watching. I have some favorite covers in this bunch. Let me pick one out. You know, if I had a favorite, the unconventional favorite for me is this 315, Amazing Spider-Man 315, the Todd McFarlane cover. There's a lot going on, but I'm a big McFarlane fan from the early days, from the 90s. That's when I grew up with comics. That's when I started my collecting journey. And I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so this one really does it for me. But I love all the books I picked out. Graded them for all different reasons, but most of these will stay in my collection for some time. So thanks for being on this journey. Thanks for watching. Hope you like the grades. Let me know if you have any of these books. Put it in the comment down below. Let me know if you have any more superior grades than mine, or if there's a book that you think I should be getting graded that I haven't shown today. But yeah, stay tuned for more CGC hauls, more unboxing videos, and just random con pickups. So I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.